Hey everyone, welcome to UpStack Success Stories. Here I am again with one of our amazing developers, Alejandro, and he's tuning here with us from Colombia. Welcome, Alejandro. Nice to have you here together with me.
Diana, thank you so much for inviting me here.
It's a pleasure. So, would you mind maybe just starting telling a little bit about yourself and how you have got into the IT world in general?
It's a very long story. I have been here working remote for 12 years right now, and I started by other platforms that I discovered several years ago. I'm here in Medellín, Colombia, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I hope you come someday. And my career started like enough as a front end. I started knowing nothing about CSS, HTML, JavaScript. I started in the college here in my country, but they didn't teach us anything about web and things like that. So everything that I have learned has been self-taught and just doing challenges by the clients that were appearing all the time. So that career started around 12 years ago, and I have been running and working over several companies around the world. And then I met you on UpStack, and it's been a very great pleasure to be here for a while, almost 3 years, I think, right now.
Yeah, quite a while, quite a while. We're happy to have you for sure. It's also amazing to hear, how so many us in general remote workers and people from IT industry also just self learn this stuff by doing challenges. Have it been an exciting thing for you? Have you ever felt like it was scary to do something you don't know? How is it?
Yeah, 95% of the time I don't know what I have to do. So that's one of the most important things because in that time you know that you have to learn new things. So yeah, it's scary all the time, but it's good because every time you need you have a challenge, you grow up so fast. So that's exactly how it should be, and how I think the IT world works because yeah, it's innovating all the time, and the only way to be innovating is just being challenged. That's it.
Good point. Very good point. I mean, you worked so long too, and one thing I usually ask developers who work that long is, you have seen all the changes literally just occurring there. How does it feel for you now, after how it felt like before it felt, 10 years ago, very differently than it feels right now. So you have seen all these changes. How does it feel to see that, to experience that? How do you think it's going to be maybe in 10 more years?
I started quite long ago because I started my career around 12 years, but I have started coding like 22 years from now, around the 2000 when I started my college degree. And we used to learn Java and C++. That, of course, those languages are being, you know, they're way more better right now than it was in those times. But uh, you know, PHP, Node.js, JavaScript, all these new frameworks. I think that there's one of the things that I'm okay with them is that it's easier to newcomers to bring new ideas. So that's cool. I'm a very old-fashioned guy, so I like all these languages. But I'm totally okay with the new things that appear because it's they take the technology to a new level. So that's how I see it. And yes, it's pretty cool. All the new stuff that appear all the time. I feel of the new all the time because when I'm learning new things, there appear new ones. So it's super difficult to be on the top notch. But I think it's part of the flow of this work. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing all things that appear, and I hope that they appear new ones faster and easier to all the other developers to come on the new world. So that's cool.
Have you always been working remotely though, or? Not that much.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Nice.
12 years remote. All my time I've been
Wow.
remote. I only work like a 1 month in an office, and they kick me out because I use it to not be on time all the time. No, this is not for me. So yeah.
So, what do you think are actually the benefits, the remote work versus the office work? I mean, you kind of mentioned it that you were not that productive sitting on the chair in the office, but what are those biggest benefits for you working remotely, personally?
Absolutely, I have many reasons to not go back to the office, and I was chatting with a friend this morning about that because he told me like, oh, you know what, these last 3 or 4 days I have not been so productive, and he said like, they should not pay me that money because I have not been productive. And I said, no, no, as a developer, this is an art, and some days you work okay, and some days you not are so productive. That's it. It's part of the job. In an office, you only have the pressure that is everything needs to be done. Or for example, sometimes you need just a simple nap. That's why companies like a Google or Microsoft or Amazon, they have like a nap, like nap places,
Mm-hmm.
and they recover fast. And I just giving the nap example just to tell that in developing, you just need that the flow comes to you. And sometimes for me in the office, it doesn't happen because you don't have the quiet environment for that. Because every time the people is like, okay, let's gonna talk about, I don't know, the last Netflix show. Everyone's talking about it. Of course, you can do it in a chat, but when you have people around, it's a little bit harder. So if you can get a quiet place, like in your house, of course, it's pretty difficult at the beginning because you have many distractions, like at your bed or the TV or game. Or, I mean, I'm a console lover, so I have my consoles all the time. And I want to play PlayStation or any of these consoles, and it's hard to say no. But when you get that point, of course, it's way better productive in your house than in your office because
Mm-hmm.
you can get the flow faster than in an office. That's what I think, and that's the main point if you really want to be productive in this job.
Mm-hmm. They're really good points for sure on that side. Do you think are there any challenges in remote work? Like creating boundaries for yourself not to sleep in bed or watch TV? Is there anything else?
Yeah, I think that remote work has just a couple of limits. Sometimes it's difficult to transmit an idea that is a so new thing. I'll give you an example. It's like sometimes you have a travel and you have to make a Zoom, and the Zoom is not that easy if we're in a room. That's the only place where I
Mm-hmm.
see the remote work doesn't work. And maybe someday we are going to be in a metaverse, and maybe we can do those Zoom and room chats in 3D. So maybe that could change. And regarding the remote work, I think it's more like a culture that people needs to adopt. That's the major challenge that the remote flow has because not everyone is prepared for it. And yeah, I know many people, they are not prepared to be in a house all the time because they think, oh no, I'm feel trapped or whatever. But yeah, it's just part of the flow, and the you know that the culture needs to just disrupt. No, it's not like you think. It's just you need to get used to it, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you can always go to cafe. You not necessarily need to work from home, too. Like there are so many options, but yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I know many people who feel it's weird that I work from home, so I can understand how hard it is for some people to even realize it. So it's like a mindset that we need to change, and it's gonna take time, but we are getting there. We are getting there.
Yes, it's gonna take time. When I started
Yeah.
12 years ago, I in my college I used to tell people that someday people's gonna work on the houses, and they thought that I was crazy. So yeah, at the end,
Who's
I had
crazy
it right.
now?
Yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah, good point. How is though your average day look like? Are you more a morning person, evening person? How do you like to work remotely?
No, I'm a geek. I'm a night person. That's it. That's it. But yeah, of course, you have to be productive in the mornings for companies that you work around. But yeah, the best creative moment is definitely on the nights.
Mm, okay,
So
yeah,
I
makes sense.
start my day around 9 a.m. till I don't know 12 1 p.m. I get some lunch, take a short nap, then go back around 2, and around 5 or 6 it's when I stop. But I try to, you never unblocked. That's one of the things that maybe is not that good, because sometimes if you are super committed to the job, you are always answering on the phone. But yeah, it's part of the job. So that's
Yeah, of course, you need to create your own boundaries. It is what it is. Which
it.
you need to
Yes.
do in office work too, not to get disturbed all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. You have worked for such a long time, and I'm wondering, do you have any maybe success stories to share? Did you make some, amazing products in general, or maybe there were some big aha moments that were like really those big moments for you that changed your perception? Is there anything that jumps to your mind?
Yeah, I remember that I used to work for a company and they had many clients for the affiliate marketing. And we created a proxy system that was pretty successful in those times. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that product changed my career a lot, because I had to do many things in the middle. And I also had an experience with a very big company in USA. They had like an 80% market share, selling courses for accountants. And I was leading over there, and yeah, the pressure was high, but it was cool. It was like, okay, I'm happy over here, and it's a for Latin American, it's a great achievement. So yeah,
Mm,
that was
absolutely.
my wow
Congratulations.
moment. Thank you.
Congratulations. It sounds really amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Are there though any tips you would give to people who start either in IT world? Let's start just people who start in IT world, especially in your profession. Is there anything specific you will tell them to do or not to do?
Yeah, that's a very common question. Because IT are most of the well-paid jobs in the world, and everyone tells me like, how you make that money? Why don't you teach me? Say, are you agree to get super late nights and trying to work hard, till 1 2 a.m. trying to find something? Are you able to not be with your, I don't know, your family or your kids or whatever, just trying to learn a new thing that maybe you don't understand? No, I have to go bed at 8 p.m. Okay, don't do it. It's not for you. Because most important thing on the IT jobs, I think, is the passion. If you don't have passion for computers, or I don't know, gaming or development or learning stuff, this is not for you. That's it. It's simple like that. And I have many stories of friends that have told me like, "Hey, can you teach me?" Yeah, we'll start. And then 15 days later, it's like, "No, man, this is not for me." Yeah, I knew it, but yeah, this just need to discover by yourself.
Exactly. It's
Because
not easy.
most of the people, they want to do this. It's just because of the money. No, money is not gonna pay you. Your
Yeah,
lifestyle. If you are not this mood of the lifestyle, this is not for you. Simple like that.
good point. And I mean, some people can get depressed, from that too. So you need to love your job. And of course, nothing is easy. There are some easy points about it with flexibility, but it's not like it's the easiest thing to do. I mean, there are lots of challenges out there too. But once you set your mind on it, everything is possible, right?
Yeah.
Are there any tips though you would give specifically to maybe remote workers who like, okay, they kind of
Yes.
know they want to start an IT world, they fit those, boxes, but they never work remotely. What is your advice on that?
Yeah, get out your bed. That's the first one, because many remote remote workers, they start on the bed, And yeah, your back is going to tell you, no, this is not for you. You need to get an office, quiet place. If you can get noise canceling headphones, it really works. Try to get on a schedule for the day of things that you have to do. And
Hmm.
my personal tip is just I do everything by to do list. So I always have my to do list, just rewriting them all the time, and just trying to focus on two
Nice,
or three in a day. So that's it.
nice. You got it covered. And good cheer.
Yeah, and a good chair, yeah, please.
Yeah, invest in yourself, so to say, in your equipment, which helps you. Those are really nice tips. Thank you a lot, Alejandro. This has been really useful. I think people will definitely benefit from this information, and I'm definitely thankful that you took your time here to be with us and share your expertise.
No, it's a pleasure that you have invited me here. Thank you so much for doing it. And yeah, I always wanted to share these things because many people ask me, and I don't know how to communicate it. I think that you are a better communicator than
You are really good. I mean, you are sharing the gems here, so bravo.
me.
Thank you, and hopefully we'll see you soon in Colombia.
I hope you come here someday. And thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Bye.